You ever see that guy who is always striving to be at the top, always bringing his A game to the table? That's Elvis Machul, a young man who continually betters himself and works hard in business and strives to better his community.
Take this night and make it something special, and let me be so bold.
Elvis has found great success as the finance manager at Garber Buick, working with his team of professionals to be one of the top automotive dealers in the nation.
Rich Purdue, as far as challenged me from every aspect, and I had a great team wrapped around me with Thomas Ward and Chad Forrester and the Juan Bushes of the world.
This is my life, this is my song, I'll give it to you. No matter the cost, this is my heart, it seeks after you. Lord, help me love.
He comes from a long line of entrepreneurs in his background. He hails from the Guerra family. His grandparents were Victor and Irene Guerra, who owned and operated Guerra's Market on Washington Street across from the Gray Iron Foundry for over 40 years. They were committed to their community. Elvis had a great example from his grandparents in philanthropy and giving back. The Guerras were a big family having 9 children.
It's your hands that never let me go. This is all.
He and his wife Eric are married and have 2 kids, and that same drive that Elvis has, he has shared with his family and of course his associates. What drives a young man under 40 to do so well? There must be some impetus. Elvis says it's family, and part of what motivates him today is his mother Diana, who he lost in 2002.
So I found out my mother was passing, or my mother was sick, with my grandfather. It was the day of my graduation party, and she had breast cancer, and it was a pretty tough time. Shortly she passed, February 13, 2001, and like many kids and a single parent, I pretty much lost it at that point. I stopped playing basketball. I turned to the wrong things. I turned to the streets and made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes that you can look back on and say it made me who I am today. But just a few years of just being, saying why? Why her at the age of 46? A single mother that did everything that possible to make sure that we had the best lives we possibly could. I think now she has a smile on her face. We've been completely successful in business, also giving back to the community, and my children are doing great, and I think she'd be proud.
Elvis is a father, he's a husband, he's a significant leader in the Garber organization, and yet what continues to impress me is the time he finds for his community. Nothing happens until somebody raises their hand and says, I'll do it. And Elvis is always one of the first people to raise his hand, and he makes things happen. And that's a quality not many people have, but it comes natural to him. I think one of the things that impresses me most about Elvis is the fact he doesn't forget where he came from. And he's got a heart for his community, and he's got a heart particularly for the Latino community. And I have tremendous respect for that as well.
What is amazing is how Elvis and other Hispanic leaders have captured the community's heart with a seasonal effort called Christmas with Angels. Now in its 3rd year, they have raised over $10,000 to needy families in the Great Lakes Bay region. Last year alone, 30 families and over 100 kids were gifted with presents. Elvis has been like that Pied Piper leading the way.
This year, 30 families were chosen.
We take them all out shopping and then, of course, wrap all the gifts.
And on Saturday at the Union Civica Mexicana in Saginaw, all the families came together to celebrate the holiday season under one roof. The children were able to enjoy a dinner, tear open their gifts near the Christmas tree, and sit on Santa's lap.
It's really cool to not just give a gift card out, but be able to actually give the gift of Christmas.
Making sure that no child comes down the stairs or goes in the living room and doesn't have a tree or doesn't have any type of gifts when everybody at school is talking about what they got from Santa.
7,015. We just want to thank you for all the community support. We just reached over $7,000.
That's not including taco sales. We still come out and get.
Being dad to Savannah and Elvis Jr., husband to Erica, and finance manager at Garber Buick, these are the roles Elvis Machul plays. He's continually striving for success to lift up his community. There's no doubt Grandma and Grandpa Guerra are proud, along with Mama Nico. Keep rising up, Elvis. Your family and community needs you. Adelante.